Hello there guys and welcome back to the EAFC 26 Sheff Wednesday career. We're back to this format because streams were just, they weren't the one. Possibly the added pressure of being on stream and being watched live, and also the whole I can't just stop playing after 10 minutes if we go 3-0 down because it's a stream. So yeah, I've gone back to this format, and yeah, we're back with episode, I think this is like 15 or something now. Just in advance, would like to apologise for the any background noise that you get. My window's open, so there's that. But yeah, let's get back to it then. I'm back into the episodes. Our first game of the episode then is a game in focus. They're back, guys. The games in focus are back, and it is against Bristol City in the FA Cup, I think. It will be FA Cup. Yeah, it is FA Cup. Yeah, in the FA Cup, it's the quarter-finals. Win this and we're at Wembley. So that is a lot of pressure on us already. Wembley away is potentially thing. Jamal Lowe has apparently scored the most goals in the competition, apparently. But anyway, let's get to it then. A scrappy midfield battle really in the first 8 or so minutes. Then this tackle from Montez came in. I actually thought for a second that he was in trouble, but the referee only brandishing a yellow card. Yeah, I've seen reds given for those in this game. Ref was feeling lenient. But yeah, from the resulting free kick then, Scott Twine would line up a strike, and it would just dip at the perfect time, but Pierce Charles would have it covered, but the first chance of the game then would go the way of Bristol City. And from the resulting corner, actually, we didn't deal with it very well at all, and yeah, Josh Knight would in the end find Atkinson in the box, and his strike would be saved by Charles, and again. And yeah, there would be another corner then to Bristol City, which once again we don't deal with this very well at all. The corner would be played short into Armstrong, who will play the ball into the area, and then the header would be straight at Charles but either side of him, and that's 1-0 Bristol City. And again, we come out and we don't do great with it coming out of the box, but in the end we would eventually have a moment to calm it down when the ball back to Pierce Charles. But yeah, we've had a panicky last 5 or 10 minutes, and yeah, we need to improve. And what a chance to improve here with a ball through towards Jamal Lowe, and his shot would eventually end up being saved by, I think that's O'Leary in their goal. I think this was before he went to West Brom. So yeah, it's end-to-end football all of a sudden, with Bristol City then getting a chance to come forward, but in the end we would cut it out. After that passage of play for about 20 minutes then, it'd be very quiet until we would finally get a chance to break away. The ball would fall to Ingleson. Ingleson would take a shot towards goal, it would be saved, but Tony Fruck on the follow-up would get his goal and give us a 1-0 lead, and as things stand, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to Wembley. Brilliant, brilliant finish from Tony Fruck. Great instinct. And yeah, that is great, great football from us. Should Ingleson do better? Maybe. Should he just square it in the first place? Probably yes. But it doesn't matter. We get the goal, and we are 1-0 up against Bristol City in the FA Cup quarter-finals. And then, you know, the game would start to make up for that lost time. And when I say the game in particular, I mean us. Does anybody say 2 quick-fire goals? Because guess what? I did. Charlie McNeil threading the ball through to Jamal Lowe, who goes back across the keeper and finds the bottom left corner, and we are 2-0 up in quick succession. And has that sank Bristol City's chances of reaching the semi-finals? Brilliant play from McNeil to cut back, play the ball into Jamal Lowe, and Yeah, he does really well to go across the goalkeeper. He has no chance, does O'Leary. And it is 2-0 just before half time. And yeah, this happens next. Ball cut back, Maxwell will play the ball back to Pierce Charles, and I go to clear it with Charles, and it bounces off the back of Armstrong and goes in. And from absolutely nothing, by the way, they hadn't had a sniff since that good passage of play that they had around the 15-minute mark. Out of nowhere, they get a chance to get back in this game. Ugh, bloody hell. And from yet another defensive error where we give the ball away way too cheaply, Armstrong nearly gets his second. I mean, I'll admit this was not the best bit of defending by myself. He wasn't really going that fast, but I didn't want to commit as we were in the area. And I think Montez is also on that yellow card from earlier as well still, so, well, of course, that's not going to change. Yeah, Bristol City, in the end, I think he does well, though, Montez, to get in the way, and they get a corner, which we do get away. And in yet another calamitous moment at the back, we somehow don't get this ball away, despite having 3 or 4 attempts at it, and in the end, the strike, I think that was from Scott Twine, goes over the bar. We're getting let off way too lightly here. Way too lightly. In our only real major forward move of the second half, Kabatsky, who had come on off the bench, would get forward. He'd play the ball across to Jan Valery, whose shot is just absolutely awful. He tries to almost dink the keeper. And yeah, not great at all from us there. And Bristol City would get another quick breakaway. That was something that they were very good at, was quick breakaways. Luckily, this one didn't really come to anything. And then 84 minutes on the clock, Bristol City would get their equaliser. Yeah. Poor defending again. We just give them way too much space. The strike comes in off the post, and on the rebound, there's nobody there. There's literally, I don't know who's meant to be marking that man, but Charles can't do anything about it. He's committed for the first one and he's out of position, and Bristol City have their equaliser. And with that, nothing else happened in normal time, and the referee would call for full time. And, well, quite frankly, how we haven't won that game, I'll never know. 2 quick goals in the first half, followed up by 2 calamitous defensive moments, and yeah, second half would end 2-2, and that means extra time. And straight then into the first half of extra time, we will get a chance to break away. Great start from us. Kabatsky will cut back, unleash a shot. It will be tipped over by O'Leary, but that's a great start for us, and we get a corner within the first 3 minutes of the first half of extra time. Unfortunately, the corner would actually come to nothing, and all we would do is concede a free kick in the area. But from that free kick, cue Bristol City's calamitous moment at the back. They try to play the ball across the fence, but there is Bailey Cadamartri, who intercepts the ball and fires it beyond O'Leary, and we are back in front in first half extra time. It is a brilliant bit of attacking play from Cadamartri to intercept that pass, and he places it beyond O'Leary. And are we Wembley bound, ladies and gentlemen? Are we Wembley bound? The scenes inside Hillsborough were absolutely beautiful. That is brilliant play from Cadamartri to win it back, and O'Leary can't do anything about it. It's a one-on-one chance. It's gone under him. It's nice to see the opposing team make defensive errors for a change as well. That's very nice. And that would end the first half of extra time. And we go into half time with the lead. It's an important lead. Can we then go on to hold on to this lead in the second 15 minutes? And in the first moments of the second half, again, an absolutely huge moment. We lose the ball defensively again, and Bernard chops down his man. And Bristol City gets a penalty and a yellow card for Deshaun Bernard. And just like that, we are in trouble here. Emil Rees would step up to take the penalty against Pierce Charles, who has saved a few penalties this season. Let's not let that go. But he has put it over. Rees puts it over. What? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is even a live com. This is like an after com, and I'm enjoying this just as much as I would have if this was a live com. This is absolute football, ladies and gentlemen. Over the bar from Emil Rees. Pierce Charles didn't need to make the save, and we get a lifeline. Wow. What is the best way to take a lifeline, by the way, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely. Well and truly take a lifeline. Cadamartri's in here. Cadamartri played the ball across to Al Rory, who played it back to Charlie McNeil, who finishes it. And we are going to Wembley, ladies and gentlemen. We've had our own Deeney moment in the FA Cup's quarter-final. It's a pylon. I'm in there. The subs are in there. What a way to finish this game. I mean, Al Rory probably could have just took it on himself, but I saw McNeil. I know that's a really unrealistic goal, but I saw McNeil, and I love it when McNeil scores. What a finish to this game, ladies and gentlemen. We thought we bottled it. But we hadn't. We finished the game with another chance as well. Oh, Rory, again, across to Charlie McNeil, who gets his fifth of the game, who gets our fifth of the game, his second of the game. Oh my word. Oh my word, what on earth? What on earth? This game has been absolutely unbelievable. Wow. Quite frankly, wow. What a game of football, ladies and gentlemen. To quote John Pearson, when we beat them in 2016 from 2-0 down, scoring in the last minute. We went 2-0 down this time, but what a game of football that has been. And that would be that. And ladies and gentlemen, in Season 2 of the FC 26 career mode, we are off to Wembley. It's not a final, but it's a semi-final. I thought we bottled that. I genuinely thought we bottled that when they equalised. But we are off to Wembley, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, Wednesday 5, Bristol City 2. Get in there. And so, confirmation then, we will be playing against Chelsea in the semi-finals at Wembley at the end of the month. Penultimate game of the season, I think that will be. So yeah, there we go. Second game then of the episode would see us face off against Leicester City at home. Fully a very highly rotated squad for this game, with player fitness being low, and on top of that, also an enforced change. Svante Ingolson, our captain, has fallen ill, so he is going to miss the remainder of the episode. As a result of that, we are the worst defensive team in the league, by the way. Conceded 99 goals this season, and let me tell you, we're going to cross that 100 line pretty soon. First goal of the game would be Leicester's Ayew would find El Khanous, who turns our defenders inside out and flies low beyond Pierce Charles to give Leicester a 1-0 lead. Our response, however, would be pretty instant. Jamal Lowe getting another goal, this time into the top corner across the keeper, and his second goal of the episode. Second one is definitely better than the first as of right now. Jordan Ayew then would restore Leicester's lead just in 25 minutes. A brilliant finish beyond Charles, 1-on-1. Poor defending again from us. We've been woeful at the back this season, as has been proved by the fact we've conceded now 101 goals. Into the second half, and we would get ourselves back level with an absolutely outrageous finish from Farouk. I think that might be the best goal we've scored this season, to be honest. Brilliant finish into the top corner, curling from pretty far wide, in fairness. And yeah, we are back on level terms. And then for the first time this episode, we would take the lead with Bailey Cadamartri firing in from close range beyond the goalkeeper, and we are in front for the first time today, like I said. And then Leicester City would get themselves back level with about 6 minutes left. Not 100% certain how that went in. It sort of just hit Pierce Charles's foot and went in after the first header hit the bar. Fairness, could have been an outrageous save from Pierce Charles if it didn't go in. But yeah, Leicester will get their equaliser. But the best way to respond to conceding a goal is to go down the other end with Jamal Lowe and put one away. And we are back in front, and we confirm our second victory of the episode. Late on, once again, brilliant finish from Jamal Lowe. He just stabs it with enough height to go over the keeper's hand and wins the game for us with 4 to go of normal time. So yeah, after that game, I decided, let's just have a quick look at the stats for the season. Most appearances will go to Jamal Lowe. He's played 45 games this season. All games, apart from our Carabao Cup game. McNeil, once again top scorer, followed by Jamal Lowe and Tony Farouk. McNeil, 25 goals, 20 in the league. I think he may be the league's top scorer. He's up to a 73 as well now, that's nice, up 5 this season. Top assists, Mr. Farouk. Followed by Valerie and Jamal Lowe, and then Savante Ingleson has, well, not kept the most clean sheets, but we have kept 6 clean sheets this season total by the looks of things. Ingleson is still out. I was hoping he would have been back for the final game, but unfortunately not now. And so the final game of the episode, we would be facing off against Hull City, which is ironic because I literally played this the exact same day we lost 3-1 to Hull. So yeah, that's kind of funny, that, to be fair. But yeah, Hull away to end the episode, of which we would actually get a very early chance in the first minute. Prue with the ball outside, in for Ingleson. He will put the ball in, and somehow Jamal Lowe would miss from there. I mean, I've seen better finishes. Following on from that, the game would just get a bit scrappy and become basically just a midfield battle. But then, finally in the 30th minute, a chance for Hull, saved well by Pierce Charles, and then Bernard gives the ball away, and luckily we get away with it as McBurney, looking in the scruffy such and such, hits the outside of the post. Scruffy piggy such and such. And finally, we would get our second chance of the game. Not too long after, it just looks a lot bit longer after because the time is quicker. But anyway, Jamal Lowe with the strike, saved by the keeper. But there is Bailey Cadamartri to tap it into an empty net and give us the first goal of the game. I don't really know if we deserve it. We've been pretty poor. But I'll take it. I will certainly take it. 1-0 Wednesday. Just before the 40-minute mark. Keeper's done really well there. Defenders have got to do a lot better. Yeah, poor defending that. Great save by the keeper initially. Jamallo's just not having a good day. He runs in one-on-one with the keeper. He tries to place it in the bottom right corner. It was the wrong option, and it goes, in the end, pretty far wide. I was kind of hoping he'd loop back round and into the goal, but unfortunately not. And yeah, he's not having a good game so far. Into the second half, and eventually Hull would get themselves back level. It took a couple of attempts. Pierce Charles couldn't do anything more, and it's put away into the bottom of the net. No, nothing Charles could have done. He's done as much as he can. I mean, to get up and save that second one's incredible. The defenders, really poor marking again from the defenders. 2 goals off keeper saves that, well, better defending could have prevented. And yeah, it's 1 apiece, just like that. What's the best way to respond to conceding a goal? I feel like I've asked that already this episode. Well, that's go down the other end and score again. A brilliant finish from Fruk. Jamal Lowe with the assist. He's technically got the assist for the first goal as well, but this time he actually meant to get the assist. And we're back in front against Hull. Probably not a lot of keeper could do about it. Good finish from Fruk. Can't remember if that's his second or his third of the episode, but hey, either way, Tony Fruk, ladies and gentlemen, hitting form at the end of the season. I've got to stop doing this. I've got to stop doing this. I commit keepers too much. That is my biggest thing this on the past few game cycles, is I commit the goalkeepers too much. And I keep getting punished, and we commit Pierce Charles again. He doesn't get out to it, and there's nobody on the line to do anything about it. And it is 2-2. Yay. Woo. So, should we score again? Why not? Brilliant ball into Cadamartri, 1-on-1 with the keeper, places it beyond him, and can we hang on to this one now, please, lads? 3-2 Wednesday. Brilliant bit of play, brilliant run by Cadamartri as well to get away from the defenders, and it is 3-2, and we're on track to win every game this episode. I'll take that, I really will. Best way to hang on? That's finished the game. Ball through to Jan Valery. He's running in 1-on-1. He's running out of stamina. We play the safe option to Charlie McNeil, who wins the game. Oh, we needed that. We needed an episode like this. What a finish by McNeil. Absolute scenes all around, including in the pub in Sheffield, apparently. I don't think that pub exists, I'll be honest. Brilliant finish by McNeil, and it's a great way to end the episode. It's a 4-2 win. Woo! I forgot about this. So, bit of a backstory. Akinfenwa earlier absolutely clamped Fruk and didn't get sent off. So, I clamped him twice with Olaf Kabatsky, and this time he pulled a red card out. Absolute snake, Akin. Absolute snake. Although that is probably a red card. But you know what? I'm happy I clamped him. I'm really happy I clamped him. Yeah. Anyway, that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. We have won at Hull. If the ref wants to blow his whistle, that'd be nice. There we go. 3 points away. Ole, we haven't chanted that for a while. I can't wait to win games again. Might be about 3 years into the future, but oh well. Anyway, we've beaten Hull in the Yorkshire Derby. The Yorkshire Derby that we really don't care about, EA. Stop. Like, they do that animation with the pub scene when it's a big game for us, like the Derby, or when we played Leeds. Leeds I'll accept, but we won't be celebrating like that against Hull. Nobody cares about Hull. We really don't. They just want to be relevant. Anyway, folks, that is going to be it for today. Yeah, we needed this episode. We needed the episode where we hit a good patch of form again. So going forward, this is how this is going to be from going forward. I just didn't enjoy the streams because I felt the extra pressure, in fairness. So yeah, we're going back to videos, and yeah, we'll pick things back up when we play Wolves, unless I play a few games just to get to the Wembley game. But we will have to wait and see. That may be 2 episodes time now, actually, as a live con. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you did go on to enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss an upload in the series. We have an F1 career mode episode coming out pretty soon as well. But other than that, that's all she wrote for today. So yeah, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.